That's just started. Okay. That's probably not the right stream title, but I doubt that will have started with the right stream title. Oh well. Okay, we are here. Oh, I should probably turn that off. We are here for XLR. Round 1 today of Tier 2 at Las Vegas. One of the 2 new tracks on the calendar. It's... Is it streaming the wrong monitor? I think it's streaming the wrong monitor. Wait, I just need to check my thing. Yes, go to Twitch. I think it's streaming the wrong thing. Yeah, it is. It's streaming the wrong thing. What do you mean? It's supposed to be streaming the right thing. Why is it not? Why are you streaming that? You're supposed to be I'm very confused. I am so incredibly confused. It's being weird, guy. Okay. Let's just do that. Okay. Anyway. Sorry for that. Technical difficulties already. Things can only go upwards from here, I guess. So, we've got the wrong stream title, and everything's just going pretty well, to be honest. Alright, we are... Oh, Daniel's messed up the settings. Apparently the settings are wrong. I'm not sure. It can be easily changed. But how do I easily change it? I'm not signed into the XLR Twitch on, like, anything else other than this. Settings. Can I easily change these settings while still streaming? I don't know. I don't know if I can easily change it. Oh my goodness, it's going so well that I've already messed it up. How the hell do I change it? I know how to with Streamlabs, I'm just not using Streamlabs right now. Right, anyway, let's just get into it. Hopefully one of the other guys can change it. Or someone can change it remotely. Alright, who do we have out on track right now? That is the McLaren. Someone has already retired from the session. Okay, we have Martin Pines just starting a lap now. Coming up to the end of the lap to start their flying lap. See what he can do. Oh, he's invalidated his lap. Wait. Would that invalidate his flying lap too? It might do. Let's see. No, it hasn't. Right, Martin Pines into turn 1. Seems to get it hooked up nicely there. And through the new sector of the lap. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but he's going into that heavy braking zone here, 90-degree corner. That is not meant to happen. There's just a tyre in the middle of the track. Okay, through this tricky part of the track. Now down the fast one of the many long straights at Vegas. Purple sector 1, it's a 44.3 through the first sector. Hits that apex nicely, gets on the power. Just going now down the very, very long back straight. DRS active. What can you do? Into the last... It's a 110.1 through the middle sector. Coming into the chicane here. Tricky braking zone. Oh, he's invalidated his lap. Oh, that is not what he'd want here. So who would that be behind him? Not that. It's his sweatback flame. Coming into the chicane. He doesn't invalidate here. Gets over the curbs. Maybe a bit more than ideal, but it's down towards the line. Sweatback flame then will be the first set a lap. Coming across the line, it's a 133.8. Got the Haas there of Hearts going faster with a 33.5. Kyle with a 33.3. Oh, he's gone to the wall, he's out! Kyle is just... So that is the only lap Kyle will do in this qualifying session. Blitz. Oh, is that a Paro? I think that's a Paro coming across the line. That is third for a Paro. And he's also gone straight on, but he's not out. What is going on? Why possibly the braking zone might be after turn 1. That's an aborted lap here for the Alpha Tauri. Who's that? That will be Mopsy coming through the last couple of corners now. Now they'll run up to the line. What can he do? It's a 133.5. And L Plan even faster with a 33.2. Mopsy's also gone into the wall and is also out. Everyone is going straight on into turn 1 after finishing their laps. Is that Daniel? I think it's just... No, that's not Daniel. Who's that just finished a lap? DXM. Is the slowest out of everyone who's completed a lap so far. That is the Haas of Jay-Z, I think. No, it's his Haas teammate Hart, who is coming into the pit lane. Okay, so Jay-Z then will be on its out lap. He will not be the next across the line. Next across the line will be Daniel in the Mercedes. Let's see what he can do through the last sector. And on the run to the line, it is a 132.6. Like 3.5 tenths down on L Plan. That's not what they want here. That is a Ferrari of not a Paro, but I don't know who that is. It's Frosted Cheese, and they've just come across the line with a 33.6. This commentary stuff is harder than it looks. That's voting web. Like, you need to like work out who is who on the track. Voting webs on the mediums. I think everyone's kind of just stopping at the last corner, all letting each other through, and none of them's actually on a lap. I think the next to start a lap will be Martin Pines, or however I say his name. If I say your name wrong, I am sorry. I've said this multiple times throughout. Here he comes to start his flying lap now. Alright, he's got that nicely through the first sector. Now going into the difficult 90-degree braking zone with a random glitched tyre on the track. There it is. Have no idea whose tyre that is. But everyone's just driving through it. I'm not sure if the drivers can see it, but I certainly can. Daniel's just come across the line. No? Oh, I'm getting myself in a muddle. No, Daniel's not just come across the line. Sweatback Flame, that's who it was. 33.5. Or 33.456. Okay, so it will be Martinez Pine, I'll probably just say Martinez, who will be the next to finish his lap, coming into the final corner, or the final couple of corners. It's a purple middle sector there. That on the tricky braking zone. Gets over the curbs nicely. Now, the run to the line now. Let's see what he can do. It is a 132.470. Very nice lap there. Right, I've got the Haas there of Jay-Z, who'll be coming into the pits now. They've got both Alpha Tauris in a similar place on track, but one is starting a lap, one is not. That is Rolling Dice, who is starting his lap now. I'm just changing the stream title. There we go. Right, updated the stream info. I can actually focus now. Has anything happened? I don't think so. Voting web has gone up into P4. Giannuzzi in P5. Very solid from him. So we just finished the lap. Got a yellow flag. But we got... that's a McLaren of... Is that Martin? Yeah, that's an invalid lap though. Loca is not on a push lap either. So it will be Rolling Dice. This is the next car across the line to finish their lap. So what he can do, down into the final chicane. Gets it hooked nicely there. And on the run up to the line. Now what can they do? Up to the line here. It is a 136.4, putting them P6 for the moment. Aparo coming up to the line now. Around the curved pit straight. Completely flat out here. The McLaren has retired from the session. It's P8 for Aparo. That's the Red Bull of Rodriguez will be coming in. Has just gone P11. They will be safe, I think. Yes. If DXM can set a lap, then they will be... If this lap can beat what Loca did, if they can find 0.03 of a second, they will be safely into Q2. Alright, all the focus now is on this man DXM. Alright, it's just starting their lap now. Into the first corner, left hairpin. Gets that fairly nice through there. Could have maybe pushed a bit more. Now through the fast turn 2. Tiny bit of understeer, but they've made it through safely. Now down into the 90-degree turn 3, I guess, at the end of the straight. Hits that apex. I think they slightly brushed the wall there, but he's still going. I'm getting the loop round on the brakes here. Having to brake while turning there is not ideal. Now gets it rotated very nicely onto the curb now. Flat out here for a long, long run. It's 5/10 gained. That's a very good first sector for DXM. Gets Gets it stopped. Yes, they do. It's a very nice rotation here. Want to get the best exit possible for the long, long run down towards the end of the lap. For the very long DRS zone here. I think we may be able to finish this session early as everyone... It's 7 tenths now. Completely topping out in 8th gear. On the brakes now. Through the chicane. Gets it turned in nicely. And now it's just a blast down to the checkered flag for DXM. And it is a 134.003. And they are safe. Everyone is now safe for Q2. So no one, even if they set a faster time, will go higher. Like, no one that is still on track can possibly be eliminated. So I believe everyone is going to retire, and we're going to go straight into Q2. Everyone will be making it into Q2 here. There's still a few cars on track. I think a few haven't quite got the message that everyone... I mean, they don't necessarily have to retire, but there's not really any point in doing extra laps. Right. The message has gone out that everyone will be retiring. So that will be it for Q1 then. L Plan on top with a 132.2. Martin Pines there in P2. 132.4. Voting Web with a 32.5. Daniel Giannuzzi, Rolling Dice, Sweatback Flame, Aparo, Hearts, Frosted Cheese, DXM, Rodriguez, Jay-Z, and Kyle should all make it through, I believe. Then I'm not sure if Kyle will be through as he retired, but I think he should be. And then eliminated will be Mopsy, Loka, Loyal Gamer, who I believe is named, or Adam, and then, oh, I just used push to talk, and then the Alfa Romeo in last, who is facing a qualifying ban for the incident they caused in pre-season. Jay-Z was about to go into the pit lane, but he's not. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm not sure if these guys have got the message. So Jay-Z, Aparo, and Rodriguez are all yet to retire. It's not going to affect the grand scheme of things, but just means we have to wait a bit longer. But that's not the end of the world, I guess. Kyle, what was that, you melon? I believe Kyle, I'm not sure, but I think Kyle had it's game lagging, because that's what other people have reported. Other people who've done the same thing. Anyway, Jay-Z and Rodriguez are still on track. I think Jay-Z's finishing his lap here. Could be a good lap. And he improved, but he doesn't gain any positions. But he hasn't actually taken the flag. After all of that, he's not actually taken the flag. Oh, wow. Is my PC fan loud? Also, I have no idea when Solid Elite may be joining me. He hopefully will at some point. Just waiting for Jay-Z to either retire or come into the pits. Alright. Yeah, there's nothing really to commentate on now, we're just waiting. Alright, Jay-Z's coming across the line now. Is he on another push-up? No, he can't be. Anyway, that is it for Q1. Oh dear. Oh, I thought my game was just crashed. Luckily, we are all good. Right, Q1 then. That is L Plan, Martinez, Voting Web, Daniel, Gianuzzi, Rolling Dice, Sweatback Flame, Aparo, Hearts, Frosted Cheese, DXM, Rodriguez, and Jay-Z, all through in Q1. Then eliminated is Kyle, Mopsy, Loka, Adam, and this person. I don't want to butcher your name, so I'm just not going to try it. You are all eliminated in Q1. Alright, going into Q2 then. I may just quickly change some recordings. Yeah, I'm just quickly gonna change some settings so we will be able to... That is on there. Right. So I just changed some recording settings quickly. Alright, here's the first out on track. That looks like L Plan. L Plan is the first out on track. On the soft tyres. Quite a few people are on the mediums, which is surprising considering it no longer affects your race start tyre. Possibly just doing it to save a tyre. Have to see if it pays off. So L Plan is the first on the track. Unfortunately, we still have the same lighting bug as we had in Bahrain. Well, it's not quite as bad. Someone's gone completely straight on. That's Jay-Z. Gone completely straight into the runoff area. Being careful not to get too much wheel spin. Voting Web has just left the session. I think he's probably been disconnected. Alright. Who is... So L Plan is the first driver on the track. And will be the first to set a lap here. Shall we go on board with him for the start of his lap? Yeah, why not? Alright. Here we go then. First lap of qualifying 2. Second part of qualifying. Here he goes. L Plan coming firing across the line. On the brakes into turn 1. Gets it rotated. Very nice line through turn 1 from L Plan. Not even a dab of the brakes there through turn 2. Or he did lift about half throttle. Good. Now at the end of the straight into turn 3. Gets it rotated. Might have been a slight tap with the wall, but he seems to have come out of that fine. Goes very wide there on the entry. Voting Web has joined. My game is just frozen. That's lovely. So El Plan down this second straight of the lap. Or possibly third, depending on how you define it. It's a 44.8 in the first sector for El Plan. Let's just quickly compare that to what the guys around him are doing. That is the wrong driver. Rolling dice, I did not see what he could do. But Hearts has done a 44.9, which is a 10th of El Plan. El Plan coming down the long back straight here. I believe it's the Las Vegas Strip. Although I couldn't be sure. I don't know much about Las Vegas. That's a purple middle sector, obviously, is it? Yeah, he's the only person, so of course he's the fastest. But now, we're coming up to the line now for El Plan. Let's see what he can do. El Plan up to the line. It is a 132.9 for El Plan, setting the benchmark high. Rolling dice is coming across the line. It's 33.3, but on the medium tire. Martinez. Sorry, I keep saying that. Did a 33.0. Jay-Z with a 33.6. Hearts with a 33.7. Sweatback Flame next across the line. It's 33.9 from Sweatback. A very nice lap there. Is that Daniel coming across the line? Daniel just starting a flying lap here. There's an Aston Martin. That is Giannuzzi, who goes 4th with a 33.0 on the medium tyre. And now, no, that's an Alpine of DXM coming up to the line, and he stays there with a 34.0 on the medium tyre. Rodriguez is coming up to the line now. See what he can do. Through flat out commitment to the line. It's only into 9th. Slowest so far, 34.1. Frosted Cheese across the line. Goes even slower with a 33.2. And that is... And now the original lot of cars are crawling their way back around. Getting out the way of those still on the flyer, which... First one... will probably be... Daniel coming through the final chicane now. Gets it nicely done through there. Can he... I think Solid Delete should be joining me shortly. It's a run up to the line, and it's 5th for Daniel. 33.1 on the medium tyre as well. Oh, I think that may have been a spin there from a power. I'm not sure. There seemed to be a yellow flag in his area. Voting Web just starting a lap now. But a power is coming up the line through the final chicane. Gets the apexes nicely. Coming up towards the line. And for a power, it's only a 34.8 on the mediums. Slowest out of everyone so far. It's a purple sector there for Voting Web coming up to the chicane. And he gets it rotated nicely there. Coming down the long back straight. So, okay, I need to invite Solid Elite in a second. Into the final chicane. Not quite the most optimal line through there, but he's made it work. Voting Web coming up to the end of his lap now. One of the fastest drivers in Q1. What can he do in Q2? It's fastest by over a second. What a lap there from Voting Web. Doing what he does best. There we go. Inviting Solid Elite to the session. Gonna be my co-con when he joins. It's that is another push lap from Aparo. Trying to go better, but he still can't. No, that wouldn't have been a push lap. That would have been a cooldown lap. I think maybe. No. This doesn't appear to be a push lap either. I'm slightly confused what's going on with Aparo. Right. Yeah, he's just trying to join the lobby. That's cool. Right. Is that Heart's about to start a lap now? I don't believe anyone else is currently on a lap. Because the only people on track right now are L Plan and Voting Web. Neither of whom are on a lap, I don't believe. Maybe he is, I don't know. No, L Plan is also on a flying lap. So L Plan through this again. He's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. No, he is not on a push lap. He might feel he got blocked by the Ferrari there. I'm not sure. So it's just Voting Web who is definitely on an in lap. Everyone is basically on an out lap. Oh, it's a big slide from Hearts there at the start of his flying lap. Just caught that as we swapped to him. And he's going to go down the straight. One of the many long straights around Las Vegas. It's quite a boring track if I'm... There's a yellow flag for Giannuzzi, I think. Yeah, indeed it is. May have to get out of the way of Hearts, although I think he's far enough ahead that he won't have to worry. Right, now he's approaching quite a lot of traffic at high speed. First he clears the Ferrari. And then he's got two more cars in front of him. Are they going to get out of the way? The Williams does. But I think Giannuzzi is far enough ahead that he won't have to. No, he won't. Hearts is coming into the pits. He's aborting that lap, I think. So it's just a start of a lap for Giannuzzi. Frosted cheese is on the lap. No, it's 3 minutes long. That is not a push lap. Voting Web is on an in lap by the looks of things. Yeah, he's pulling over to the left. Daniel is on an out lap. So is Rolling Dice. Yeah, and I don't think anyone is currently on a push lap. Sweatback Flame, no, he's on an out lap too. Yeah, okay. So we got a minute apiece. We got Giannuzzi who's on a push lap, isn't he? Daniel's just starting one too. Right, let's go on board with Giannuzzi here. The difficult left-hander takes a nice bit of curb, but not too much. Gets it rotated. And down the long, long straight here. See what he can do down into the chicane. Can get on the brakes now. Through the chicane. Quite a lot of curb, but he hasn't invalidated. So he's going to come up to the line now. Solid Elite has just joined the session. So he will most likely be joining me too. And that is second for Giannuzzi. A very nice lap there. As Voting Web retires from the session, still over a second clear of everyone else. Hello, Solid Elite. Welcome here. We're just in towards the end of Q2.
I do apologise for being late.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm not going to say the excuse.
Oh dear.
I know, I was just walking home.
Yeah, fair enough. We've just got Daniel coming up to the end of his lap now. See what he can do. And he goes second. Only 6 tenths behind Voting Web now. That lap from Voting was blinder. And it's a 32.7 from rolling dice there. And we have I just missed it, but DXM I think improved that. I'm not entirely sure. He might have just been starting a lap though. El Plan just about to start a lap then. And so is Jay-Z.
There are quite a few drivers on out laps at the moment, and a few on flyers desperate to get out.
Oh, just got on the curb there, rolling dice, but sorry to cut you off there, but just had a bit of a slide on the curb. He's on an in lap anyway, so it won't matter too much, but just testing the limits, I guess. I'm just gonna turn you up quickly as I cannot hear particularly well. There we go.
Indeed, so Giannuzzi finishing up his Q2 up in P4. He should be safe with that 32.8, I'd assume.
Yeah.
Better watch out for those guys in the bottom. Those bottom three drivers will be eliminated. Blitz is just preparing to start his final flying lap. Rodriguez, he is on the end as someone's front wing is flying in front of him. I think that was a Haas in front has lost his. Someone lost their front wing in front of the Red Bull.
Possibly the Ferrari who's just come into the pits.
And he goes P10, so is safe for now. But Haas, DXM, and Blitz all could derail his attempts to get into Q3.
Yeah, Power there, and the Ferrari is on an invalid lap. Oh, that's a AlphaTauri going very slowly into the pit lane there and making a tiny bit of contact with Daniel. I'm not entirely sure what that's all about. Yeah, so you've got Power just starting his, what will be his final flying lap. A slight tap of the wall there for Hart, and that's a big mistake. That will, yeah, that's definitely going to cost him his lap, and he's in the wall, but he is somehow still in this session. They're missing end plate there.
Rodriguez is also out. He got bested by Jay-Z and El Plan. So it's all down to what Blitz can do. If he can improve, he looks to be about half a second up at the present moment. That might just send. That could be enough to send him through an El Plan into the drop zone. He's got to keep right on the limit through this long high-speed section through the Las Vegas streets, a place where well, not the greatest things happen, as Blitz then powers through, preparing to enter sector 3, where he's pretty much got a straight, a chicane, and then another straight. That's pretty much all he's got left of this lap. He's giving it his all in the Ferrari. He's 8 tenths up. This could send him high up the, or it could send him through. I think he needs to find, yeah, he does need to find about 8 tenths of a second to best El Plan, and he's still got a bit more of the lap to do so. He's now just got pedal to the metal, to the line for the Ferrari driver. Round the final corner, he's able to put it in P8. 1.1 seconds improvement. Jay-Z drops out of Q2 then, so we lose the hat of Jay-Z.
I think El Plan through there by the skin of his teeth. A lot closer than he would have liked. Ooh.
Yeah, indeed, because he did have that crash. So I'm assuming he crashed because otherwise he would currently be up in P3. So I'm not sure why the game hasn't taken him out completely, but there we go.
El Plan says he thought quali ended and let go of his controller. Yep, sounds like El Plan. Right, so after Q2 then, Voting Web topping it by almost 6 tenths of a second with a brilliant lap there of 31.8. Daniel almost 6 tenths back in P2. Sweatback Flame in the top 3 for AlphaTauri. Rolling Dice in P4. Giannuzzi in P5. Martinez got through in P6 on the medium tyre. Frosted Cheese and a Parrot in the Ferraris. DXM in the Alpine has just about managed to get through. And El Plan is knocked out there in P10. So
That's because he crashed.
yeah, El Plan, Jay-Z, Rodriguez and Hartz all eliminated in Q2.
It's a 9-driver shootout instead of our usual top 10. And if Voting Web doesn't take pole position, he should just be kicked from the league.
Yeah, he's been absolutely rapid so far this qualifying day.
Indeed, he was very, very fast at the end of last season, and he's continued that pace into F1 23, a far, far better game. I think what's interesting there is that one driver making it through on the medium compound of tyre.
Yeah.
Is that he probably, I'm going to assume that he used 3 sets in Q1, so he now has.
I'm pretty sure he used the mediums in Q1 as well.
Perhaps he's going to be looking to use softs for the race, but
no,
I guess
the settings are wrong. It's going to be a restart. We're going to have a new lobby. Daniel got the settings wrong. So
he's just risked it for no reason, really. That's.
I mean, if he's got the pace, he can do multiple runs here with those tyres.
But it's not really worth. Is that he going out on the mediums again?
No, that's Sweatback Flame. That is Sweatback Flame on the mediums. Yeah,
so
but
he mustn't have that spare set of softs.
Yeah, quite possibly. Voting Web is the first driver out on the track then. And that is also Sweatback No, it's Rolling Dice cutting through the traffic on the outlap, trying to get that clean air. And Voting Web out a good way in front of everyone else.
It's a shame that Williams isn't this quick in real life F1, as it would be quite interesting.
Yeah, it would be nice to see them back.
But Albon certainly is putting in the performances for them, but I think he's just good with not the world's greatest car, as we did see when he went to Red Bull. I think if you're racing against Max Verstappen, the expectation is just so high, anyone looks bad against him, to be honest. Everyone's still pretty bunched up in the middle sector.
Yeah, most likely gonna start backing off here down the long Las Vegas strip. Although they don't appear to be. And there's still a decent gap between them all, but Voting Web now starting his flyer. Into turn 1 then. See what he can do, gets it rotated nicely there. Hits his apexes. Rolling it through turn 2. So satisfying when you get that corner right. Just because you don't need to brake at all, you barely need to even lift off. And down into the 90-degree right-hander. I think that might have been a slight tap to the wall there. But he's still going. On the difficult chicane here. The curbs are not very nice there. You don't want to be touching them, but coming up to the end of the first sector. The first sector split now is a 44.0 in the first sector.
So DXM actually has pulled back into the pit lane. So he's actually broken his front wing on his outlap, the Alpine of DXM. So he'll only have one crack at it unless he wants to become out of sync from the rest of the pack. And what's quite interesting is, by everyone sort of not too far away from each other, but close enough, they're going to be getting a real nice slipstream effect through these along these long straights, which is really important. So in the grand scheme of things, the gap between Voting Web might not be that much, as he has 0 slipstream.
Looking at everyone's first sector times, Voting Web is multiple tenths up in the first sector alone compared to everyone else. Comes across the line with a 31.7. That's a very good lap there. We've got Rolling Dice will be the next across the line, coming across it now with a 32.3, which is 6/10 off the pace of Voting Web. Giannuzzi with a 32.4. A Parry with a 32.6. Sweatback Flame going up to the line with a 33.2. Martinez managed to get through both qualifying sessions on the medium tyre. What can he do here? It's only 4th for him with a... now 5th as Daniel goes even faster. And last on a lap now is Frosted Cheese.
And DXM has come out instantly, so he's going to be out of sync from the pack, but he might just about be able to get a second lap in, but he will definitely be the last to get that last lap in. So he might have the best of the track conditions, which could gain him a place or two. So Frosted Cheese put his Ferrari into P6 with a 32.9, just 100th down on Martinez. Perhaps Martinez should stay with those medium tyres as he does love them so much. But no, it's a good effort from these guys so far.
It could quite possibly be 2-1 to go out on them again, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, someone's just using a chainsaw outside. I might have to go shut my windows.
I already shut my windows, so nobody hears me screaming he's gone down the inside and look a bit confused. DXM is now on his first flying lap attempt. He is in that first sector into the tight and twisty parts. He's trying to get that car rotated in, just about missing the curbs, clunking the first set before he pulls it into the second gear, gets a beautiful bit of rotation right close to the wall, as close as he dares in that Alpine. His yellow helmet standing out against beautiful blue and pink of the Alpine as he heads through sector 2, hard on the brakes, into the left-hander then, where he accelerates through that wall. Quite interestingly shaped, and if you go deep, you will probably hit it, especially in a racing scenario. If you're going too wide there, and you're on the outside and someone goes a little deep, that could cause some right-side front wheels to turn to no longer rotate on the car. DRS active then, as he heads down the long back straight then into the next chicane, clonking the curves as he goes ever so graceful in that Alpine car. Didn't quite catch his times then as he powers through along and into the pit lane. Not very happy. DXM not particularly happy with that lap then, so he'll be a one lap wonder come the checkered flag in 4 minutes and 55 seconds time. Well, it's really it's very close for the battle for P2. With a really good lap, Giannuzzi or rolling dice could easily displace Daniel for that spot on the front row of the grid. If anyone manages to beat Voting Web's time, I will be amazed, as he is the first to head out on track with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Going out early, Voting Web, quite interesting actually. You thought they would have gone about 2.5 to go to get be comfortable. Yeah, indeed, but just got to be building in that leeway as well. It's still 2.5, so it's about 1.5 minutes ahead. Oh no, he definitely doesn't. He just likes to show off. There's it would be a nice change. I think that summarised Titania's sort of driving style is fast or crash. There is no slow. that's you know, it's fair enough. Beyond the limit, or yeah, and I think I think this Ferrari is going very slowly. I think Frosted Cheese just letting a few drivers through, or he's had a little spin. He's going to come into traffic. I'm not sure what DXM and Frosted Cheese are so eager to overtake and re-overtake people. Yumi, apparently you cannot be heard on stream.
I probably muted my mic. Okay, I probably just... Yeah, I muted myself when I went to... I'm pretty sure I re-muted, re-unmuted myself, but clearly I didn't. Right, I can be heard again now. Yeah. Voting Web has abandoned his lap by the looks of things. Yeah, he has. While I was busy fixing my mic. That's very rude of you, Voting.
That's right, he's only going to be up anyway. Giannucci is on a flyer at the moment. He is just going through some traffic, but he's found them luckily in the straight. I think he's going to be clear. Giannucci purple in the middle sector, 2/10 up at the moment, just over 2/10 up. That could put him ahead of Daniel. We'll see what the Aston Martin driver can do. Finish P2. Oh, he's hit the wall! He's tapped the wall as Giannucci. That could lose him a 10th. Doesn't look like he's picked up any damage. Then through the final corner goes Giannucci. He's able to put it to P2 regardless. A 32-1.
Still a very nice lap, though.
4 tenths behind Voting Web.
So Voting Web not quite as dominant as he was in Q2.
A good effort from Giannucci. We'll have to see how Daniel and Rolling Dice respond.
3/10 up in the first sector.
Indeed he is. He is definitely delving into his inner W11 roots in that Mercedes and is pulling out a flyer. He could get very, very close to Voting Web's time here.
Yeah, he could.
If he puts on the rocket engines. I think there's going to be Martinez is going to fall into a little bit of traffic on his flying lap as well, with Giannucci on the in lap then. There's looking around as DXM is invalidated.
Daniel's just coming up to the line now. Let's see what... Sorry to cut you off there, but Daniel goes P2. He's only...
12 hundredths.
Wow.
Oh, big crash, DXM. He'd invalidated his lap anyway, and that puts the AlphaTauri of Rolling Dice has to take massive avoiding action as he's...
Wait, Voting Web's going even faster. Voting Web isn't going to let Daniel get away with that. He's set another purple sector. He's going to see what he can do here. See if he can go even faster.
Voting on absolute
31-4.
3/10 faster than Daniel. Martinez looked to be about half a second up, which could put him ahead of Frosted Cheese.
Oh, wow.
Goes a 31.5. He found another second. Wow, only a 10th off, well, just under a 10th off from Voting Web. An incredible lap from Martinez. He was saving the best till last then, and he'll take that slot on the front row of the grid then.
Last lap to go is just from Aparo now, coming into the final chicane here. He's just got to get the turn in.
He was 3 seconds down when I last came through data points, so he's had a mistake.
Yeah, he's coming into pits.
Right,
that will be it for qualifying then.
Indeed it is.
Giannucci only managing P5. Probably had some more pace in him, but couldn't quite get the best out of that car. Voting Web only just under a 10th up after all of that.
And Martinez really stole the show there.
Yeah. He's been really rapid all qualifying. I think he's actually been second in every single qualifying session so far.
He's definitely saved his best till last. And
Voting actually ended up needing that lap at the end.
yeah, he would have been beaten to pole position otherwise.
You would Daniel going alongside with the Ferrari there. The Ferrari is currently driving under AI. Daniel is not. And Daniel comes up to the line. Oh, the AI Ferrari crashed into the Alpine of DXM.
The Alpine is still on that curve. That was a very violent crash. I do quite like how the debris goes everywhere in this game.
Yeah.
Which is, it looks quite nice. Especially since, you know, no one's getting hurt apart from some people's egos, probably.
Alright, from qualifying then, that is Voting Webb on pole position. Just under a tenth faster than Martinez in the McLaren. Daniel, a couple tenths back from them. Then Rolling Dice, Gianuzzi, Frosted Cheese, Sweatback Flame, Aparo, and DXM, who has not set a lap time after that big crash on the line.
Well, it invalidated his lap and then just decided that he would like to become a mobile chicane. It very much didn't look like an accidental crash, so that might have a little bit of an investigation.
Oh dear. Yeah, you can't exactly do that.
I think we're just going to wait in the lobby.
Yeah.
Until it's decided what.
It says waiting for players, so that's the race start. I think we are all leaving. Kyle has retired. Voting Web has left. Yeah, we're all leaving. Jay-Z is left. Right, new lobby. Had to do this in pre-season in this tier due to 2 early race starts. One of them took a lobby restart. The other one just ended off with a what am I trying to say? Other one we just started like a minute early. Alright. Need Daniel to send out the invites again. I have unread notifications. Please, is that an invite from Daniel? No, it is not. I don't actually have any unread notifications. Just the game decided to tell me I did. Alright, Daniel's just opened the lobby.
One thing that I do have a bug with in this game is the menu is really annoying for no reason.
Yeah, you have to go through F1 World. That's so weird.
They just want you to play there.
Yeah, or, like day 1 of the game, so this would mean not exactly thinking straight because it was 5 AM because that's when it launched on Steam. I'm looking through every mode. I thought maybe you have to do 1 chapter of Breaking Point to unlock other stuff. No. I knew it couldn't be in career. I thought local multiplayer might be Grand Prix mode. No, it's split screen and LAN. Yeah, eventually I thought I'd check in F1 World. I thought that can't be it. But then I decided to just press play anyway. And then I was like, oh, that's where everything is. And I couldn't exactly ask anyone where it is, but considering it was 5 AM and everyone else is on Xbox.
It was just... There's got to be one bad thing in every F1 game, so...
Can never have a perfect F1 game. That's just impossible.
Nothing can ever be perfect.
Yeah, Breaking Point's really good though. I've only done a couple chapters, but it's a lot better than previous games.
I haven't touched Breaking Point yet because I've barely even really played the game. I think I've done maybe like 3 or 4 5-lap races.
Yeah.
And just a little bit of time trial.
At least the crossplays works better than it did last game.
Oh yeah, it's miles better.
Look,
Cross-gen.
Yeah, I've not had a game crash yet as well, which is a positive.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, usually early game there's a lot of bugs. I don't think the only thing I've had is a bit of screen freezing.
Yeah, I get quite a few screen freezes. There's also a lighting glitch that you may notice in the race. I might be able to find a screenshot for you of one I took in pre-season. It was like the cars are like glow white.
They're now actual missiles instead of just the speed of missiles.
Alright, just got an invite there from Mr. Voting Web. And I am loading into the lobby. There you go. Alright, we've got 16 people in, so we're missing 2. I'm not entirely sure who it is that we're missing. Is there 2 Red Bulls? No, there's only 1, I think. Only 1 Alpine. Right, we're missing the other Alfa Romeo and the other Aston, but I don't have either of them. Alright. Not quite sure what the time will be that we're starting, but hopefully the settings are right. Alright, that's everyone in now, I think. No, we've gone down to 17. Oh, that's probably because you went spectator, yeah.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for the Aston Martin, then we are ready. Alright, just one car that we are waiting for, then we should be able to start going. Yeah, just Loca we're waiting for, who I do not have added, so cannot invite, but I don't have that many people added, so that's to be expected. Yeah, I probably should be looking at chat a bit more, so I don't have to rely on tech support telling me on Discord. I'm not sure why the chat didn't come up on my thing. It normally does. Like, it comes up next to my recording anyway. Just saying stuff to fill the time. Should probably go fill out my water bottle, thinking about it. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Hopefully the race doesn't start when I'm filling up my water. You can like fill the stream in with something random.
I should probably. So I don't hear that. I literally have no idea when we're going to be starting. But Las Vegas, a track that is new for 2023 on the Formula One calendar. The F1 Circus. They have been to Las Vegas before a couple of times. The first time was 1981 in the Caesars Palace Grand Prix, an area where the new track does actually pass through. There was a F1 circuit built in the car park, and it wasn't very good, and it had some very interesting corners. It was very sort of repetitive. If you sort of picture the layout, it sort of went right up, sort of like a wave, like 3 waves in a row.
Is this Caesar's Palace?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just hear talking about a circuit through a car park. Oh, someone else has left the session. Gianuzzi, but he's back in. So now.
So yeah, the Caesars Palace Grand Prix. The last one was held in 1984. Actually, interestingly, Lola Ford took the last pole position with Danny Sullivan, who I doubt many people have heard of. Ford took a lot of podiums in the 1980s. They took all the podiums in the 1984 race. Or is that? Yeah, an American won it. Tonsoniva.
Are you just on Wikipedia?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, you know that in game if nothing's going on, you can hear the guy on the loudspeaker talking, and he just talks about random stuff about that sort of thing. Yeah, that's what you sound like. Like the guy on the loudspeaker just talks about the circus and stuff.
Yeah,
Start
it was
time
like when I was
8:40.
yeah, when I watched the Ferrari Challenge race, the guy was just waffling between sessions. I just feel like that right now. So Alan Jones won the 1981 Grand Prix. Michel Alboreto in a Tyrrell Ford in 1982.
Yeah, we're just starting to ready up now, so you can be cured of your boredom.
Yeah, oh please do. So actually, those 1984 wins were in the kart championship, which has had a very interesting relationship with IndyCar. But now we've only got 25 seconds to go, so I can finally stop talking.
Don't worry, we got another 4 minutes till the race actually starts.
Oh, there's only so much on Wikipedia.
We've got another 4 minutes of sitting on a blank like just a view of the pit lane, waiting for the race to start. I mean, we'll probably have some interest because someone's going to ready up early.
Oh yeah, and we get to blame them. So, some interesting facts about the Las Vegas circuit. 6.120 kilometers, 3.803 miles. I think that makes it the second longest on the calendar behind Spa.
Back
That's
is
actually
pretty
really
long.
interesting that they let that run because Spa is above the regulated track length, but I don't think it's by much, so I think it might literally just be on there. There's going to be 50 laps, so we'll be experiencing 25 of those laps here today. If you are still listening and actually paying attention, I applaud you. So, what else have we got? What interesting stuff is there? It's a clockwise circuit, of course, which is puts a little bit of wear on some of the tyres. The thing is, what's rather annoying about having the round one in Las Vegas is there's not exactly much history to talk about because we haven't even had a race here yet. So,
This is the first race around Vegas, besides all the other leagues that have done this.
yeah, I'm not too sure. If any have, in Las Vegas, what else have we seen? We've seen Sergio Perez drive through a casino.
We've seen. Right, I think we're just going. That's what Daniel says. I don't know.
We've seen Lewis Hamilton hit a wall doing donuts, which was of great joy to Max Verstappen supporters.
Alright, formation lap just starting. You can be put out of your misery now. We've also had. Didn't Red Bull, like Verstappen and Ricciardo, do a race round? They did their own mini race down the strip. Oh.
There is a chance they did. I mean, that's a very Verstappen Ricciardo thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of my. Martinez has just spun into the wall and Daniel's gone past him.
So then, looking at the running order then.
Oh, I think that might have just been contact.
Grand Prix.
No, I think they're good.
Racing Webb starts on pole position on the medium compound of tyres. Martinez, after a fantastic lap, starts alongside him on the front row, also on the medium tyres. Daniel on the mediums, down there on the second row. He starts alongside rolling dice on those soft tyres. Watch out for him off the starting line. Giannuzzi down to Sweatback Flame, all on those medium tyres. Blitz, or also known as a Paro, could...
Daniel's just left the session. I think we might be restarting. I'm not sure.
Anyway, Paro could find himself under a bit of pressure from the 5 drivers behind him that are also on those medium tyres. Kyle on the softs, I'd expect car to be P1 by turn 1 on those soft compound tyres, as Mopsy on the hards as well, clearly going for the long game here around Las Vegas. Adam,
Right,
on the
we're
soft
restarting.
compound.
Lobby bug, apparently.
I was almost done.
You're gonna have to try again.
Now I've got to find another Wikipedia article. This is horrible.
You can just do one on like the US Grand Prix or something. No, I'll find a Wikipedia article this time. I'll just recite Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's now Numi's turn. Let's see
Yeah.
how. Let's see who's who's less boring.
Who's more exciting at reading off Wikipedia? Search Wikipedia. United States Grand Prix. Yes. Right. The United States Grand Prix is a motor racing event that's been held on and off since 1908, when it was known as the American Grand Prix. The Grand Prix later became part of the Formula One World Championship. As of 2022, it's been held in 51 times. Wait, this isn't even the US Grand Prix. Oh well, it's in the US, it counts. It's been held 51 times at 10 different locations. Since 2012, it's been every year at COTA in Austin, Texas, except 2020 for obvious reasons. It's been held 51 times, with the first time being 1908, as we said. It was last held in 2022. Oh, I don't think Tech Support's very happy at me reading Wikipedia. It was last held in 2022. Most wins from Lewis Hamilton with 6. Most wins as a constructor from Ferrari with 10. The circuit length for the circuit of the Americas is 5.513 kilometers long, which is 3.426 miles, and the race length is 308.405 kilometers, which is 109.634 miles, and there's 56 laps in a race. In the previous race there was 2022, with Carlos Sainz getting his pole position for Ferrari with a 134.356. On the podium was Max Verstappen winning the race for Red Bull Racing with a race time of 1 hour 42 minutes 11 seconds and 687 milliseconds. Lewis Hamilton for Mercedes finished 5.023 seconds behind, and Charles Leclerc for the Ferrari was 7.501 seconds behind. Let's look at other Grand Prix in the United States. That sounds more interesting. It's the longest running Formula One championship event held in the US. Previously, there were 4 other separate events there. So from 76 to 83, there was the Long Beach circuit, held a United States Grand Prix West, which ran in the same seasons as the United States Grand Prix East. The US was the first nation since Italy in 1957 to hold 2 Formula One Grand Prix in the same season. Okay. The US.
So we've actually got. Sorry. There is a question in the chat. Top 3 for the commentators. What do you think, Numi?
Top 3. Prediction. Right. Predictions. It'd be stupid to say Voting Web isn't gonna win it, to be honest.
I reckon they're just gonna be.
Unless he gets
spontaneous combustion of his car.
Unless he gets very unlucky, he's gonna win it.
Yeah.
And then, I think basically, I mean, it depends how people setups are suited to the races versus quali. Like Martinez could be on for a good one as well.
And yeah, I think Voting Web's going to take the victory. Martinez is going to finish second, and I think the Welsh Warrior Giannucci is going to put it in P3.
Ooh, another podium for Giannucci. Where do you reckon?
P3.
Where do you reckon Daniel's going?
I reckon Daniel's going to have an unlucky DNF.
Ooh.
Someone's going to take him out at turn 1, I reckon.
So Daniel's going to experience what Pyro felt in pre-season. Right, back to Wikipedia.
Yeah.
This Caesar's Palace Grand Prix, as you were talking about earlier, ran in 1981 and 82. In 82, we saw the inaugural Detroit Grand Prix in Detroit, Michigan, which ran until 88. The 82 Formula One season featured 3 Grand Prix in the US. For the first time in World Championship history, the country hosted more than 2. A one-off Grand Prix in Dallas, in Texas, was held in 84. And
That's a bad one.
yeah, plagued by I've got an invite now. Plagued with by problems with the track surface, by 104 degree Fahrenheit, which is 40 degrees C, temperatures, which is slightly hot.
Just a little bit.
And after these short-lived events, the historical US Grand Prix returned in 1989 at Phoenix, and until 2022 was the only Grand Prix on the F1 calendar held in the US. Despite changing locations a few times. A potential Grand Prix in New York was announced for the 83 season. However, it was first postponed, then cancelled. In 2022... Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
keep going.
So in 2022, the first Miami Grand Prix was held at the Miami International Autodrome, which is a track specifically designed for F1, located around the Hard Rock Stadium in the Miami suburb of Miami Gardens, Florida. And the Las Vegas Grand Prix is due to take place for 2023, or if you're an XLR, right now.
And something quite interesting is back in the day, F1 cars used to be able to enter into the Indy 500. That is how I think Graham Hill has a triple crown, because he was able to enter into the Indy 500 in the same season he was racing in F1. Nowadays, sponsors would certainly not let you race in Indy whilst during the F1 season.
Didn't Alonso do it in 2017 though?
Yeah, that's literally what's in my head. Alonso did it in 2017, but he's Fernando Alonso though. He's very much him. So he's kind of not really in the same sort of league as the other drivers.
Yeah. Also,
especially.
I can't remember who it was, but there was a driver with 100% win ratio in Formula One because he only entered one Indy Grand Prix and won it.
Yes.
He entered one.
I can't remember his name.
No, Webby87 made a video about him. That's how I know.
He raced for an obscure team, and it was in the wet, and he won. It was either early 2000s or late 90s, I think.
No, it must have been in the 50s because it was when it was counted as Formula One.
Oh, was it? No, I'm pretty sure.
And
there
someone
was someone who was winning or something like that.
Someone won a race in the Indy 500, and it was his only Formula One entry and his only Formula One win. They are currently waiting on you right now. Do you need an invite?
Yes, please.
Oh, they're readying up. Join quickly, and don't do what I did in Hungary and end up not actually pressing the spectate button and ending up being stuck in a car. I did that in Hungary season 2. That was my first time in commentary as well, because I joined late. Right, you're in now.
Right. Now, everyone who is
We're going.
still watching, I do thank you for listening to incredibly interesting and very knowledgeable facts that we definitely did not read off a computer screen. And well, now you can actually enjoy some real racing instead of the exhilaration that we provide reading off Wikipedia. I don't think my heart rate has ever got that high before, so I'm sure everyone is extremely excited to get racing of XLR Season 3. Now we have our second tier, and I do fear that my headset is going to run out of battery
Oh dear.
the race.
That's why you don't get wireless. Yeah,
It's so much easier than...
I generally prefer wired because there's less input delay, and although on a headset that's not awful, but yeah, and you don't have to worry about battery.
The only real reason I bought this one, because it's got a USB dongle so it can work with Xbox, PC, PS.
I mean,
so it's kind of a bit of everything one.
Mine can too, just because I can plug it into a controller. Although I don't know if you can plug it into a PS controller. Like, it's got a headphone jack, so it can go into anything.
My Xbox controller doesn't actually have a headphone jack. It's that old.
Oh, wow. To be fair, my current Xbox controller doesn't either, but... Wait, no, it does. It does still. I think. Wait, let me just test. Yeah, yeah, it does. I cannot hear you right now because I just unplugged my thing. Okay, I can hear you again now. It does indeed have a headphone jack.
Everyone is being warned.
Being pinged like 8 times not to ready up.
Yeah.
When we meant to have started 10 minutes ago?
I think so. I think we've already dropped 1 view stream since then, and I'm bewildered.
That's not awful.
Everyone else has stayed.
Yeah, we've got 9 viewers right now. According to my phone, we have 9 viewers. And my phone is on the stream manager thing.
We've gained another one.
46 followers isn't at all bad.
Right then. We are heading into the race. We're just going to have to wait for Daniel to give the all clear to begin. As if we do start early, I feel that he will have a rage DNF instead of a unlucky DNF.
Yeah, so far, the stream summary: 4 average viewers higher than last stream, 5 max viewers higher than last stream, 4 unique viewers higher, 2 unique chatters, and 18 live views more. So that's pretty good. Has someone's readied up? I mean, from what I see on my other monitor, yes. I haven't seen anything in chat, but from what I can... Okay, so someone's... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, from what I can see in chat, someone's readied up early. I don't have no idea who, because it doesn't show us. But the chat definitely is reflecting the fact that someone readied up early.
Someone's getting kicked in the morning.
I mean, that's a 10-second time penalty, isn't it? An early ready up.
I believe so. So, what I do find quite interesting about this Las Vegas start is the fact that it sort of curves round a little bit.
Wait, fun fact: you can actually serve a drive-through penalty on lap 1. Like, if you say you get a jump start, you can just serve it on the first lap.
There might be a benefit to qualifying at the back, so
Pitting lap 1.
Yeah, maybe.
Just doing an Alex Albon, starting the entire race on on hards.
So I think one driver has changed from the soft to the mediums. I can't remember exactly who it is, but they have. So now the top 7 all on the medium compound of tyre. L plan for the win. To be honest, I wouldn't put it past him. He did show good pace in Q2 until he crashed. As long as he keeps it pointing in a straight line.
Rolling Dice is now gone onto the mediums. He was on the softs before, I believe.
Yes, that is the one then.
I think someone that was on the hards is now on mediums, I think. And Paro, I don't think was on the hards before. But Kyle is still on the softs. Just predicted strategies there. So it's either a 1-stop, medium to hard, lap 12. It went away before I could do it. So it's either a medium hard 1-stop or soft medium 2-stop. Oh dear, they've crashed.
So that will not affect they'll not give them any damage at the start of the session.
But whoever caused it may get a penalty still.
And they will definitely be having some slightly frigid tyres. Lucky it wasn't too early into the lap then. So watch out on the start for Kyle and Adam, who could make up a couple positions, especially with the McLaren on hards in front of the Alfa Romeo then.
Yeah.
Back to Sauber next season.
Yeah, they do. It appears to be, from what they're saying in chat, it appears to have been Giannuzzi's fault from what he's saying. No idea what happened, but Giannuzzi seems to be accepting the blame for it. So that may be a penalty coming his way. I'm not sure, depending how badly it was his fault.
A lot of people missing
Voting
their
Web
pit
has
slots.
missed his mark. Luckily, all it matters is that you start a bit further back. But here we go. 5 red lights. The Las Vegas Grand Prix is lights out and away we go. It's a good start from Martinez, but Voting Web covers him off. Daniel is on the outside. Voting Web into turn 1. Holds the lead there. Oh, that's a big slide from Martinez. Daniel's into P2. Martinez down to P3. I think that mostly all got away cleanly. El Plan's dropped a place down to P11. Giannuzzi's dropping places with those cold tyres. It's not a... Oh, there's contact at the back. The two Hasses have come together. The two Haas cars have come together. That's a big spin. Oh, that's Ferrari out. That's Frosted Cheese and Adam are both out. And that is a safety car. No, it's only a virtual. Only a virtual safety car.
Sorry?
Somehow. Yeah.
So, looking...
Oh, no, it's
up
been
down the road.
upgraded. It's full now. Full safety car.
There we go. Kyle is missing a front wing. So too is Mosey.
Yeah,
So on the
Mopsy.
hards, that's really not going to be benefiting him pitting early on hards.
Yeah,
Real shame
Mopsy.
for Kyle.
That's a missing end plate for Jay-Z. Like, the two Hasses seem to... I think it was 3 wide with the 2 Hasses and I think it was a Ferrari. Might have been a Paro, I'm not sure. But I think it was 2 wide between... the Hasses were bumping wheels down the straight. And then it resulted in that crash between... that spin for Frosted Cheese into the barrier. And Adam going into the side of him, I think. Yeah, it appears to have been a Paro from what the guys are saying.
Yeah, we'll wait to see if...
Daniel's into the pits on lap 1.
interesting.
And so is Martinez. Frosted Cheese has left the session.
He's changing his front wing, is Daniel, so he must have picked up a bit of damage and is using the so too has Martinez then.
They
And
may
they're
have
using
hit each other, yeah.
they're using the safety car then to not lose a huge amount of time.
Jay-Z is
Martinez
also
going
in.
onto the hards.
Jay-Z is in off the... going onto another set of mediums there. I believe that was off the mediums.
Yes.
Kyle is also in with a wing change.
I expect Kyle to probably put on some mediums. Indeed he has. So, well, quite an interesting race start then. Positions haven't particularly changed too much. Kyle's down 1. Jay-Z remains in position, and Aparo is down 3. Martinez and Daniel down 8 and 6 respectively, but that's due to a pit stop then. El Plan's moved up 2 in the end. Haas... Oh, Giannuzzi's
Oh no!
retired. How's he done that?
He's crashed onto the safety car, I think. Where is that? That's like down the straight.
That's...
Voting Web
His
has
car's-
joined. Voting Web was not in the session?
I think we are... That's... What's gone on there? Because his car was not there for very long, so...
His car was there.
mustn't have-
Giannuzzi's
he
joined. I think he got disconnected and went into the wall.
Perhaps because his car really wasn't there for very long.
Oh, is it the... I'm pretty sure there's a bug where if you leave a session you get DNF sometimes.
Yes, it has to be. It has to be that because
Oh
his
no.
car, even if he would have crashed, his car would have been there for enough time for us to see at least his little icon going around the track. So
I think Voting Web Voting Web's car has returned to being solid. He has managed to get away with that disconnect, but I don't think Giannuzzi was as unlucky.
a lot of chaos coming off the line. Some due to collisions, other times due to unfortunate incidents with disconnects and stuff. Oh man! And
Mopsy's back into the pits.
indeed, he changed his front wing again, so he must have hit that all again. Yeah, well, utter chaos. Off the line then, and if you
Alright,
like enjoyed chaos.
who are you replacing for your podium spot?
Ooh,
Because you've got to fill that in with someone.
Daniel. Oh no, not Daniel anymore, because well, no, actually, I'm gonna say Daniel. I reckon
Yeah,
he could fight back.
Gianuzzi got the disconnect thing where he
Ah,
left the
that's so
session and got
unlucky.
DNF'd. Yeah, you leave the session and you get DNF'd.
That's so unlucky because he was in a third position,
Yeah,
and yeah, that's a real shame.
such a shame for him. You're slightly breathing down your mic there.
Oh, sorry. That's a force of habit.
Yeah.
So Aparo saying you got bumped from behind. Of course, we'll never truly know until the clips get sent in for a steward's report.
Sometimes
But yeah,
sometimes they get sent in earlier, but like
yeah,
that's
it just
generally only
depends.
if a driver is out of the session. Like I managed to view a clip on the in Bahrain. Safety car in this lap. Then we can stop waffling about what might have happened. We can wait for when we know exactly what happened. So Voting Web is in control of the field here. It's flat out from here on in, and he goes now. And he seems to have got a decent restart compared to Rolling Dice behind him. But the AlphaTauri may still have a look up the inside. That is Sweatback Flame going for the move on his teammates. Contact. The two AlphaTauris have made contact. Sweatback Flame is around. El Plan is gaining many positions on the inside there. Rodriguez has got past Hearts. Hearts is losing quite a few positions there. But Voting Web has managed to escape all the chaos.
Haas had a bit of contact with the Red Bull of Rodriguez.
I can breathe now.
The McLaren.
Oh, that's
Martinez
a slide from.
incredibly close.
That's a slide from Daniel, and he's lost 2 positions there. Oh, that's contact. Martinez has gone into the back of Hearts and spun him out. Into the wall and into the back of him.
Yeah,
Kyle's got a penalty, and that is a virtual safety car.
Haas looping it around again, trying to get it restarted. That was all on the McLaren of Martinez there, really, straight into the back, and
yeah, he seemed to miss his braking point. Luckily, he escaped without any. I think Hearts escaped with any front damage at least. May have some rear wing damage from that. Yeah, he seems to be sliding about the place. He may have some rear wing damage. It was quite a hefty hit into his rear. But with green again, Voting Web is going 1.3 seconds still. Rolling Dice has a lot less downforce than him. He's gaining quite a lot of time down the straight. But Voting Web with just over a second. That's into the wall from El Plan. I don't think he had damage, but he's lost a lot of momentum. Rodriguez is going to go up the inside into the final corner. He can't make it there. And Martinez is into the pits to change that front wing.
So too is a Ferrari of Aparo.
Yeah, that's a yellow flag.
El Plan's had a spin.
Oh, and Rodriguez is also going slowly. Rodriguez might have also had a spin. As Mopsy round the outside of the Red Bull. And Kyle's going slowly. What is going on?
It's certainly utter chaos.
Yeah.
Through at the start of this race then.
And Martinez, Aparo and Hearts all at the back there. Martinez and Aparo have gone on to the mediums and Hearts is on the hards. Alright, any changes to your predictions now?
It's all in the air, to be honest.
Yeah, Rolling Dice has just set a purple first sector.
I still think Voting's going to take the victory, but Daniel could definitely get up there, and for that third podium spot, it could literally be anyone at this point. It's all been kicking off all around the circuit, and lots of action, lots of people getting a bit too close to each other, as Kyle actually looks like he is going to be making a move on the McLaren.
And the Alfa Romeo, after all of that, having had a qualifying ban, starting at the back of the grid, is into P5. As DXM here is going for a move on Daniel, trying to get it done. No, it's the other way around. Daniel's getting a move around the outside and gets past the Alpine for third place. But as I was saying, the Alfa Romeo had a quali ban and is still in P5 here, 4 seconds clear of the next car of Jay-Z. Although, wait, is he out of ERS already? He is, he's at 10% already in this race.
And just a little bit further back in the midfield fight, everyone is incredibly close together. L Plan, Jay-Z, and the Jay-Z downwards pretty much to
that's
the
contact.
Oh no, the McLaren
Kyle.
round. He's into the wall.
Kyle seems to have spun him out there. I'm not sure if what exactly happened.
There.
Oh no,
Reset to track.
which you cannot do. That will be a slam dunk penalty. El Plan still on the back of Jay-Z, wanting to get back up into his 6th place there. And see if he can do it down the long back straight. With DRS here, I think it's going to be a very easy move. That's a Red Bull into the runoff area. That's Rodriguez has gone into the runoff and has almost spun trying to get it back facing the right way. He's got. I don't think he got any damage from that.
No,
but
he's got damage.
But he does have no wing anyway.
There wasn't really much more damage to have.
Yeah, and he's actually lost out to a Paro, so that will be right at the back of the field when he pits for that wing change. That wing change that is so inevitable. El Plan. Oh, Mopsy's out. That's the last corner. That could be a safety car. It is.
Is he just retired on?
I think he might have crashed. I'm not sure how you crashed at the last corner.
Looks like he's just retired on track.
No, he's got a wheel He's got a wheel missing. He's got a wheel missing.
I don't see that wheel missing.
On the front right. I think he's been hit. From what he's saying, it appears that he's been hit.
Even more chaos then coming off of this race. We're 7 laps in and we have got to have used most of our safety cars.
I mean, I think I said at the start of the stream, I'm not sure if I said when you were around, but I was saying my pre-race prediction is that less than 8 cars would finish the race. That's what I said before the race. I was talking to Hearts. He was saying he reckons 8 cars will finish, and I called it optimistic. And then
already lost 4 of them 7 laps in. As we wait for the safety car to pick up the leader of voting web then. As around the position changes we go, Rolling Dice has moved up 2. Daniel has remained in that 3rd podium position. DXM's up 5. El Nino is up 12. Could be a bit of a dark horse for a podium should it go wrong for Rolling Dice, Daniel or voting web. El Plan, after his little spin, is making his way back up the order as voting web is actually into the pit lane, interestingly enough.
Top 4
so
all in.
Might follow.
The Alfa Romeo staying out there, going to take the race lead. Everyone.
Hard, so.
Yeah, El Plan is sped in the pit lane, and you can't even serve it in the pits on the same lap. So he's going to have that 5-second penalty looming over him until his next pit stop, if he even makes another pit stop. But it's 16 places gained for the Alfa Romeo. But I think, unfortunately for him, he will be a bit of a sitting duck, as I think all the drivers behind will unfortunately be much faster than him. I mean, he's got voting web straight behind him.
I think knowing, especially after sort of knowing what happened last weekend, that new track, really starting on the hards probably wasn't the greatest decision because there was going to be sort of early safety cars. I mean,
But there may also be late safety cars. That's the thing.
Indeed.
If there's safety cars for, like every lap, then I think the lap you pit won't matter because everyone's going to make like 8 pit stops.
Yeah, I mean it could all be up in arms. But to be honest, he might not quite be in as much danger as before, as we might have assumed, as everyone else is going to be on the hards and trying to go to the end. So he's going to fall a pit stop behind, but should there be another safety car later on, it could benefit him quite nicely.
If there's a late safety car before he pits, then everyone else will be into the pits with him.
Yeah, so but it depends. If there's no more safety cars for the rest of the race, it will be quite a long and challenging race to fight his way back through the field.
Yeah.
But it's been a good start for him so far. And overall, the order pretty much reset now. Rodriguez has lost a position. He's had a couple of spins. Haas, big incident for him. Only still up one position though. Martinez down 9, really not had the greatest of starts.
Yeah.
In the McLaren, I'm sure he was expecting a lot more.
He had like a half spin at turn 1, and then that crash with Hartz really just was. Yeah, he didn't miss his braking point, I think, and went straight into. Like, I think he knew he was going into Hart. Like, he tried to avoid it, tried to go into the wall, but couldn't avoid hitting the Haas. Like, he did go into the wall before he hit Hart. To be honest, like, when you don't...
Parra just changing his tyres then. He's gone on to a fresh set of medium compound top. Interesting decision. But yeah, Martinez is just not being the best race starter for him, really.
Thinking about it, if him hitting the wall there might have been the thing that saved his race. Because when you have no front wing, for whatever reason, your car becomes about 10 times stronger. Like, your front end becomes so much stronger when you don't have a wing. So possibly, hitting the wall there could have been the thing that saved him from retiring from the race entirely.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, Kyle's up 5. He's actually, ironically, had quite a good start. He served his penalty as well. Now on hard, going to maybe try and go to the end of the race. Swept back Flames down 1. He's certainly been in the wars a bit. El Plan up 3 after he had a spin as well. Jay-Z's up 5, up into P6. He's had a great rate. He's had a great start, even though he's had a bit of argy-bargy, especially on the first lap. And apparently he had a bit of argy-bargy with Swept Back Flame as well, but they seem to be all good with that. DXM is up 4 positions. Daniel's down 1. He did make a pit stop though.
He's made 2. Surprisingly, he's made 2 pit stops, and so has Jay-Z. Kyle's made 2. Martinez has made 3 and is still in the points. Hartz has made 2, Rodriguez 1, and Parra 3. Apparently, the Alfa Romeo's actually already made a pit stop. Well, I'm gonna have to check when that was. The Alfa Romeo. That was on lap 1. So the first safety car went from mediums to hards.
In this lap then.
So theoretically, the Alpha doesn't have to make a pit stop. Like, if he can hold on with these tyres as well as the cars behind, he may not have to make a pit stop until they do either. He probably will be passed before too long. Unfortunately, here he goes on the restart. Let's see how long. He can hold that advantage for. Sorry, he's got it through turn 1 at least. Carl's making a move on Sweatback Flame there. Oh, that's someone's round. That's
Kyle.
Oh no, Kyle. Yeah, but the Alfa Romeo has got a pretty good restart there. El Plan with that 5-second penalty, of course. Voting Web is not able to go for a move as of yet, but he probably will in the coming corners. He's a lot faster. And he can't realistically make a move here. He's got 2 long straights coming up. Yeah, he's angling the car for to get a much better exit here, and should be able to get past that Alfa Romeo on the straights, although he's not using any battery, and the Alfa Romeo is using quite a bit.
Well, he knows the pace that he's got. He can sort of hang back a little bit and make sure he's more efficient with that battery use.
That looks like a bit of a corner cut there from the Alpha Tower, but here goes Voting Web. He can't quite make it. They're using all the ERS. They've got both of them. Voting Web going to go for the outside. Rolling Dice could get both of them here if they trip over each other. Voting Web on the outside. Can he go for the race lead? Round the outside. Yes, he can. And through goes Rolling Dice.
he lost a couple of positions. He was battling with Sweatback Flame. Sweatback
Oh, here goes Daniel.
took him.
Daniel breezing past through the last corner, around the outside, and he's going to go for it on rolling dice as well, up the inside.
He has was incredible.
But he's not managed to make it stick. The Alfa Romeo went in very deep into turn 1 there. Daniel's got so much more pace, he's going to switch to the inside. Can he get the move up the inside? He's lifted off the throttle there. I'm not entirely sure why. He was alongside. That's contact with DXM and Daniel. That's invited Sweatback Flamethrower on the soft tyre.
He's going to be a hard charger, especially through these early laps. There's almost contact again between the Alpine and the Alpha Tauri. Everyone is very close together and very eager to make positions up, and it's causing outbreak.
Here goes Martinez, just going round the outside down the straight. He hasn't quite made the move yet, but there he goes into 6th position.
El Nino really falling back fast in this race. His tyres not paying dividends to him.
3-second time penalty for Rodriguez there for multiple warnings. Voting Web is somehow 1.5 seconds out in front. Here comes Daniel, trying again into the chicane. He's backed out of it though. Is he going to try to line one up into the last corner maybe, like he did on the Alfa Romeo? He's actually slightly tapped the wall there, and that's going to invite Sweatback Flame. Trying to get past him, but he just doesn't have the straight line speed. Daniel's a rocket in a straight line here. He's going to go round... No, he switches to the inside. He's going to go up the inside into turn 1. Can he make it stick on the inside off the Alpha Tower? Yes, he does. Rolling dice goes wide onto the curb. That invites his teammate Sweatback Flame to get back past. Not back past. Just get ahead.
So Jay-Z has pulled into the pit lane. Then he lost his front wing somewhere along that lap. He made a mistake and put it in the wall. So he is pitting and changing his front wing and going onto those medium tyres. For the final points position, it's all really kicking off between the Haas, the Red Bull and the Ferrari. Not 3 teams we usually see fighting here, but there's just action up and
Oh, that's a spin, that's a spin.
Oh, a big slide.
Oh, he's in the wall. That'll be a safety car. Yep, full safety car. So that is Voting Web's lead nullified here. And Sweatback Flame has not been able to clear Daniel. He had a massive advantage over the Mercedes driver, but he just doesn't have the straight line speed. Daniel with a very low downforce setup here, possibly sacrificing his qualifying to get a very good start. Although actually he would have been able to change his setup. I'm not sure if he did, but he would have had the possibility to. We could possibly see El Plan in here to serve that 5-second time penalty.
He won't come to serve it if he doesn't need to make a pit stop, as that will just be added to the end of his race.
Fuck off. Alright.
That's right.
So who's that into the pits? That is Sweatback Flame coming in off those top tyres. They didn't quite work out for him as he would have liked. El Plan is into the pits though, to serve that 5-second time penalty and change his tyres.
I reckon El Plan's gonna go for a medium tyre here.
Yeah, I think so too, because drivers only have one set of hards, don't they? Yeah, that's mediums for El Plan. That's a front wing change for the Haas of Heart. Kyle is in. I assume Jay's... no, there's not really much point in Jay-Z pitting, because he only just did.
Yeah, indeed. So everyone sort of... that battle at the back caused Haas to come in. Rodriguez had a little bit of a half spin after I think Haas made contact with his...
Was that
rear.
Did Jay-Z just hit the wall there? I think he did, but if he did, he doesn't have any damage. It looked like he drove into the wall on the straight. Looking at the tyres then, oldest tyre of the lot is Martinez's hard compound, 9 laps old. The top 4 are all on 5-lap hards. Rodriguez on 6 lap. Aparo's been on on his set of mediums for 4. Sweatback and El Plan have been on their set for just put it on. Hart's, interestingly, has gone back onto a scrub set of hards, which he's been on for 2 laps. Kyle's on fresh mediums and Jay-Z's on 2-lap mediums. Apparently it was Hart that went into the back of Jay-Z, so contact down at inter-team contact down at Haas. That's possibly the second or maybe even third time this race we've seen that.
Yeah, plenty of drivers just not really making their braking points, and
it's a new track, so
it is
not.
a new track, so.
And quite a few of them drive without racing line. Right, we could possibly see safety car in at the end of next lap, you reckon? It won't be in now, far too late, but probably next lap.
Yeah, next lap definitely.
Just gone past the halfway point here in this race. What's your top 3 predictions now? Do you reckon Daniel can still get that podium?
Yeah, voting and Daniel definitely on the podium. And looking at the pace right now, and just looking at the tyres, I think rolling dice could hold on to them.
Yeah.
Martinez is on 4-lap older hard tyres, so he's pretty much, unless he can pull out a miracle pace-wise and tyre saving-wise, he's going to really struggle. Some dark horses though are definitely all the guys on fresh mediums, particularly Sweatback Flame and L Plan. They could certainly come back into it come the checkered flag, but it's a lot of work for them to do. With the amount of incidents and how close the racing has been, it's entirely possible that they get up to about P3 and then there's a pit stop for everyone on the same tyres again and their advantage. So it's very much, I still think rolling dice will take that podium off them.
Yeah.
So I think we might have one or two safety cars left before we run out of safety cars. For Burt Marlander needs a map, so.
Is there actually a max cap of safety cars?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realise there actually was.
Last game it was 5. No, I'm assuming that they just continued. I think I've only experienced 5 safety cars in a couple of leagues, a couple of times. So I'm assuming they probably capped it at the same, because otherwise you can imagine with the way everybody races in the F1 game, there is definitely a chance that the whole race would just be under safety car.
They got a prediction in like 10 minutes, like half an hour ago. We had a prediction coming in from tech support saying El Plan winning. Wait, DXM and Rolling Dice have just passed each other under safety car.
Yeah,
But to be fair, that was half an hour ago. That would have been before the race start. Probably. Yeah, that was about at the race start when he said that, so.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about Alplan winning at the moment. I just don't think anyone
he
can
could
challenge Voting Web.
If Daniel with his superior straight line speed, kills Voting Web. Right, but anyway, here we go for the restart. And Voting Web floors it now. And he seems to have got the jump on Daniel. And Rolling Dice is on the outside already. Can he claim that P2 back from Daniel? He's going to go round the outside into the first corner. Daniel squeezes him out to the edge of the track. He can't make the move done. So that's Martinez is trying to go round the outside of DXM through the second corner. He can't make it done. Is he going to make it into the 90-degree right? That's turn 3. He cannot make the move there. Oh, that's contact. Sweatback Flame has gone into the back of Rodriguez in the Red Bull, and El Plan's
lost a bit of front wing.
El Plan's got caught up in that as well. It's not been going Sweatback's way today. El Plan might be able to get a move done here. He's just got a place on a Paro. Oh, that's a spin. That's Martinez has had a half spin. I don't think he's hit anything. But here goes El Plan on. El Plan could be gaining 3 positions. Well, that's 1, 2. 2 positions. Oh, that's a massive send from Sweatback. El Plan's just gained 3 positions there.
3 drivers off into the runoff.
Yeah, El Plan's just gained 4 positions down that straight. What on earth has just happened there for the Estonian driver in the Williams?
It's honestly, it's picking off.
Hart is going for it on a Paro.
Rolling Dice has just got ahead of Daniel on the inside there. A good move under braking into the final real braking zone on the circuit then. But Daniel is going to try fight this back down the long straight.
He's got so much more
speed he's
speed.
got. Wasn't even using overtake. Incredible.
I think Daniel has found the Ferrari 2019 engine somewhere in the game files. I need to check his PC files. Jay-Z's going for it very late on apparel. He doesn't actually send it, but it looked like it was going to. Kyle, through all of that, has got up to P8. He's going to go round the outside of Jay-Z. He's got so much more grip through turn 2. Can he make the move down into turn 3? Both Jay-Z defending the inside. Can Kyle go around the outside through turn 3? Jay-Z cuts him off well.
So DXM and Rodriguez quickly into the pits to change their front wing, and both on those medium.
Interesting that
tyres.
Sweatback Flame is still out there.
He did pick up a little damage.
Yeah,
he's
missing his
end plate.
Yeah, he's missing his end plate. What's the gap right now? 2 seconds to Voting Web, and he's got the fastest lap by just under a tenth to Daniel by the looks of things, who's the only other person in the 135s.
Daniel's close to breaking DRS on rolling dice when he gets activated.
Our plan is closing in on rolling dice. Tech support may have been right. El Plan could win this. Here goes Apparel on Hart. Down the long back straight, round the outside. Got a nice onboard from Kyle here. And he can't make the move done. He's going to try to get the slingshot. Here comes Kyle out of nowhere. He's now on the back of both of them. He's going to have a look up the inside into the last corner. He can't make it. It's a 35.6 from El Plan. That is a rapid lap.
He just almost lost it on the braking there as rolling dice was pushing him wide.
Yeah, a Paro almost into the back of Hearts, which has allowed Kyle to go through. And here goes Kyle on the inside at turn 2. He can't make the move just yet, but he's going to go up the inside with DRS. And that is Kyle into P5.
And El Plan
just there's actually a bit of contact. There's a bit of contact of Hearts. Oh, Jay-Z's gone off into the run-off area at turn 3.
Indeed he has. In all of that chaos though, El Plan used DRS to get a nice move on rolling dice, rebounding nicely after his little switch under braking into turn 1. So El Plan's making a run on Daniel now into the DRS of the Mercedes driver. El Plan could get close to Voting Web, especially on the tyre compound on those mediums. That softer compound is going to bite into that rubber much better and give him more traction off the line, more grip in the corners, and it could displace Daniel.
Oh, he's got so much more straight line speed. The rocket has been rocketed.
He's looking about 18 miles an hour faster. The
DRS down that straight is so powerful. But this is the part of the racetrack where Daniel is rapid. Daniel's not using ERS here. He's not fighting it. Maybe he knows El Plan is faster.
Towards the end of the race, in the final few laps, those hards will start to come into their own compared to the mediums. Although 5 lap older tyres, it will be on the very, very last laps that those mediums will start to go off compared to the hards. So, looks like Daniel got a little narrow through turn 3 there. Almost looked like he might have spun it round, but keeps it going in a straight line for now as everyone sort of really calmed down a little bit, and we've got some now a bit more strategic racing. Oh, we've got Jay-Z is into the pits, and DXM and Rodriguez. It's the fastest lap of the race from Rodriguez, a 35.5. That is rapid. El Plan's just taking 4/10 out of Voting Web that in the first sector. Yeah, Rodriguez on those mediums is over 3/10 faster than Voting Web's fastest lap. The two Williams are going to be going at it shortly. It's been a long time since it's been a Williams versus Williams battle for the win. It must have been. Got to be in sort of 90, 90s. 96, 97. 96, yeah. I mean, 96 was Hill versus Villeneuve. Yeah, like the. I can't remember who it was in 97 with Villeneuve, but Nick Heidfeld, I think it was. I don't know exactly. Oh, Jay-Z's gone off at turn 3 again. Same place as before. Jay-Z really not. No, it can't have been Heidfeld, because whoever it was, they set an equal time in Jerez that year. Yeah. And it definitely wasn't Heidfeld. Or Heidfeld. El Plan is now only 1.9 seconds off Voting Web. Make that 1.7 seconds. L-Plan tech support might be a bit of a
Oh,
genius here.
Hearts is
Strategy has
into the
worked into
pits.
L-Plan.
As tech support said at the time, we heard it there first.
It's another 3-second time penalty. Oh, Rodriguez is in the wall. That will be a safety car, surely. Unless we've used up all the safety cars, like you said. Yeah, there's no signs of anything. I think all the safety cars must be used up in this race. Because that should be a safety car. He's in the wall at high speed at the final corner. But there's nothing. Not the final corner, the penultimate corner. That really should have been a safety car, but there's absolutely nothing. I think you were right. There can't be any more safety cars in this race. Like, I thought you said like we must have used up all our safety cars by now. When you first said it, I thought you were joking, saying like in terms of luck, like we must have like dried it all up. But no, I think that there is genuinely a cap on safety cars.
Yeah, it looks like they've carried that through as L-Plan is now
1.5 seconds.
He's only gained a couple of tenths this time around, but L-Plan is
But
slowly gaining on voting.
over the next 6 laps at the end of this one, oh, El Plan might have just hit the wall there. I think he just tapped the wall, but he doesn't appear to have any damage. So, 3-second time penalty. That will put Kyle into net P4.
Just,
speaking-
Rolling just cut the chicane.
And speaking of Kyle, he is right on the back of Rolling Dice. Kyle is rapid here.
He's putting in a great shift in that Mercedes office.
Oh,
alongside Daniel.
Rolling Dice has gone a bit deep. Kyle could be about to switch him. Oh, it's beautiful. Kyle on the inside. Going into the right-hander of turn 3. Kyle gets the move done. Oh, he's gone a bit too deep though. He's gone a bit deep, and that might allow Rolling Dice to get back past. Although you can't pass around here. Yeah, he just has to slot behind for now. Kyle has so much more grip through turn 2 than everyone else.
Incredible from Kyle.
After
I did say he would go from P14 to P4.
after the gap's staying about the same with Voting Web and El Plan. It's now back up to 1.7 seconds. Voting Web responding to...
Perhaps those mediums wearing out a little bit now with only 5 laps to go. El Plan perhaps using the best of them.
Oh, Hearts to spun out. There's contact with DXM, but somehow neither. As Rolling Dice has got back past Kyle on the straight and completely gapped him.
Both are very much out of ERS.
Yeah.
Both. Kyle's at 13. He's gained a little bit. Rolling Dice only at 6%. So they are draining their batteries and fighting hard as Aparo's 5 seconds behind them. So it's unlikely he's going to catch them.
DXM was either very quick with his reactions, or very, very lucky to not hit Hearts with his front wheel, instead with the rear. And as many people know, the rear wheels on this game are practically indestructible, but Kyle's got a much better run than Rolling Dice yet again, and up the inside into turn 3, as he's done so many times this race. Kyle gets the move done, and now we just have to wait for the back straight, where with the DRS it's most likely gonna be what's his name? Rolling Dice getting back ahead.
Yes, well, plans dropped about 3 tenths the last lap to Voting Web, so his tyre is definitely going off a bit. So do expect Daniel to perhaps start to real L-Plan in the next couple of laps, but I'm not sure the pace differential will be enough for him to take P2 from the Williams driver.
Right, here comes Rolling Dice then. Down the back straight, yet again. They've got about the same levels of ERS. Both using overtake here. Kyle's drained it. Rolling Dice has drained it, but he's still flying past. 10 miles per hour faster. Make that, yeah, still about 10. Never mind. And that is the move done for now, at least. Then they're wise to be only fighting each other on the straights here.
Yeah, indeed, I think fighting into the tight chicane-like corners here in Las Vegas.
Like, they both realistically know, I think, that Rolling Dice is gonna finish behind Kyle with that 3-second time penalty.
but
Yeah,
they're
there's no point fighting too hard.
they're just going for it on the straights, where they're not costing each other that much time. Carl's not actually might not get the move done this time. He's gone. I feel like he's gone way too deep there. No, it's Rolling Dice has let him through. He's braked early, let him through. Going tactical.
Yeah, indeed. And Martinez on fresh, soft compound tyres is trying to make a move on Haas at the moment.
Yeah.
Cuts him off and secures that P9. Expect him to be setting the fastest lap very, very soon. He'll be getting to the end of the race on those tyres, as will Haas. Haas does have the DRS though, but that's not going to quite be a long enough straight for him to make that move.
Right, here we go.
The gap has stayed relatively similar between Voting Web and L Plan.
Yeah. Here we go with Rolling Dice and Carl yet again. What is this now? Round 5? Feels like it.
Rolling Dice was a little further back though, but I'm not sure
Yeah,
that's going to stop him.
That's not going to stop him. He doesn't care. This straight is way too long. They need to reduce the DRS down here. I remember Jano Opmir, like in the beta, gained like 1.3 seconds or something stupid like that. With purely DRS.
It's an insanely long straight. That will definitely be interesting come the real life race.
And there's DRS for the entirety of it. And yet again, Kyle has much more grip. Well, actually, he doesn't have that much more compared to Rolling Dice this time. But yet again...
Oh no, a spin!
Oh no.
The XM fighting with Martinez. Sorry to cut you
off.
off.
He's reset to track.
Reset to track. It's alright, I've got that one.
Yeah. Yep, yet again, Kyle has got in front, and that's another... And that is the fastest lap, like you said. It was going to be from Martinez. And here goes Rolling Dice, about to line up Kyle. Wait, no, there's still a couple more corners, never mind. I mean, he will be lining up Kyle. But not yet. Oh, the gap's coming down now. It's 1.2 seconds voting web to L plan.
Yeah.
But...
Voting web used a bit of...
Might have been contact, apparently. Well, I don't know whether it was contact, but DXM is just... It doesn't seem to be very happy with Martinez.
We'll see where this one goes before an admin interferes with that one. But yeah, I think to me it looked like either Martinez just swiped him. I just caught the end of it, or DXM was just a bit aggressive on the power.
Rolling Dice didn't make the move very promptly there. He made it towards the end of the straight. I feel like Kyle's gaining more and more. It's now down to 1.1 voting web versus L plan. If L plan can get DRS down this long straight, it could be curtains for voting web. He needs to push for this first half of the lap. If he lets...
Voting's out. He's got 30%.
I think L plan might be able to get him here. Voting web needs to push like hell for this one rest of the sector. Sector and a half or so that we have left until the DRS detection. He's gained quite a bit of time on L plan. He knows that he's got to get it here. He has to gain the time on L plan. It's only a second now. L plan's using his ERS before the straight, and it's under a second. And the gap. Oh, I think voting's done it. It's 1.0 seconds. I think L plan does not have DRS this time around. So voting web has just got to hold on through this straight for just one time. He's got to hold on down the straight.
That ERS difference is 25% though. It's going to be really tight. It's going to be really tight.
And here goes Rolling Dice yet again on Kyle, as has been happening for the entire race. We've got 9 viewers now. I think people are coming in to catch the end of the race. Hello to everyone who missed the start. We've had...
Crucially, look how much closer L plan is. Sorry to cut you off there.
Yeah.
Look at how much closer he is.
Oh, that's a yellow flag. That's Hearts that's gone round. But it shouldn't matter. He's got a good gap to his teammate JZ. But focus is on the front now. It's L plan versus voting web. Neither of them wanting to use their ERS here. It's all going to be down to whether Voting Web can hold on through the long back straight. And yet again, Car has got past Rolling Dice for the umpteenth time this race. This stream has been going on for a long time, because with the whole technical difficulties that we had. But Chrissy, it's just L-Plan might not even get the DRS this time around. It's only 9.2 seconds.
So close going into that detection zone. I think he's going to
L-Plan's get it. L-Plan's got it.
Got it.
But it's only 9/10. Voting Web is gonna have to try to defend as much as he possibly can. He's got to defend like a lion here.
He might get it though. I think he might get it. Look at how much that gap is.
Oh yeah, that's way too much. Voting can't defend that.
Easy move. He's just got to hold on now for the long rest
Oh,
of the straight. Looks
it's
like
so slow. This could be close. L-Plan's hit the wall. L-Plan's hit the wall. It's going to be a drag race to the line. But I think L-Plan will get it. Coming up to the line now. It will be L-Plan that wins in... Where are we? Vegas. L-Plan wins in Vegas. Daniel coming home for third. Rolling Dice will finish P4 on track, but it'll be Kyle that gets fourth. Rolling Dice in P5. Oh, tech support was right. We doubted him.
Had the best strategy out there today.
A Paro.
Absolutely.
L-Plan is the
victory.
And that is Sweatback Flame with P7, Martinez P8, Hearts will cruise to P9. DXM versus Jay-Z down the final straight could be interesting. Jay-Z will get the DRS here for one last straight. Let's see if it's enough. DXM has a lot of straight line speed, but Jay-Z has that extra 10 miles per hour. It's the final overtake of the... It's the final battle of the race. Jay-Z's going to send it down the inside into the chicane. There's contact. They bash wheels. Jay-Z's on the inside. They squeeze each other out. It's even more contact, but Jay-Z should keep that for now. Or DXM's going to pull out to the outside. There's contact. DXM's in the wall, but is he going to be classified? I think he will be. Yeah, he's classified 11th. Oh, wow. That was something. Driver of the day, L-Plan. I'm sorry, game, but I have to disagree with that. Gotta go to Kyle.
Oh, it's so close between, because Kyle has just had an incredible race, finishing P4.
Yeah, but Kyle was out in Q1, and Kyle's not a tier 1 driver. L-Plan is.
That's true.
L-Plan just said, I was thinking if I should stay behind or take the win from you.
I think I'll let you decide, Numi, as I was late, so I don't really get a vote.
Oh. If that's how it works, then half of my votes haven't counted.
It's alright, we'll let you have this one. And, yeah, so, put that driver of the day on to Kyle. P4 finish, incredible stuff from him.
Yeah, so just do a race rundown then. L-Plan with his winning the first race for tier 2, the tier 1 driver dominating it, but I might just restart that. I meant L-Plan winning here in Jed. Not I haven't. You can tell I don't do this much. Let's try that again. L-Plan on top here in Vegas, closely followed by Voting Web by only a 10th and a half here. Daniel in P3, Kyle in P4 from P14. I'm running out of time. Rolling Dice with that time penalty. Paro, Sweatback Flame, Martinez, Hearts, and Jay-Z rounding off the top 10. It cut off, but I still managed to finish. Should we do some post-race interviews? You probably won't be able to though, because it'll be on Xbox. Right, let me just change my streaming softwares.
You could add them. Oh no, because I'd have to add them to the Discord comms chat.
Yeah.
Yes, it's fine. I'll leave everybody here.
Alright.
So
I'll see if I can get any.
see if you can.
Yeah.
Good job to everybody out there today for the first race. Huge congratulations, Numi, leading the stream. You did a fantastic job out there today. And thank you everybody for watching.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do some post-race interviews now. See if I can get L-Plan in.
and a good night to everybody from me. But do stay for the post-race interviews.
Alright, let's see if we can get L Plan here. Hopefully we can. I invited him to a party. I don't know if that's... I hope that's not showing. I don't know if L Plan is joining. I've invited him. I don't think he's joining, I don't know. He might be. Is he joining? I honestly have no idea. I don't think so. Yeah, L Plan's gone on Do Not Disturb. I don't think he's coming. Alright, I think that will be everything for this stream then. Thank you everyone for watching the stream. It's been a lot of fun then tonight. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. For the next catch you guys tomorrow for the Tier 1 stream in XLR. And yeah, I as you can tell, I'm the best at outros right now.